In forest fires, large-scale urban fire disasters, etc., the source of water is sometimes far away. In addition, when the road condition is bad, the fire trucks often cannot approach the site of fire. In such cases, multiple pumps are usually connected for relaying water in a long distance to extinguish fire. There are two methods for relaying water, the direct and indirect method. The direct method is a water relaying method that connects two pumps directly with a hose. Although it needs relatively simple equipment, this method is difficult to operate, and when mistakes happen, the pumps and hose may be damaged. And abnormal pressure may be applied to the water discharge nozzle, causing the operator to be swayed. The indirect method is a water relaying method that utilizes a simple assembly water tank at the water supply side of the fire pump. Although this method does not apply an abnormal pressure, it takes time and labor to prepare because it requires carrying and assembling a tank, and it's difficult to operate because it needs a constant water level in an assembly tank. To overcome these problems, Shibaura developed the direct valve SRV2000 for everyone to relay water easily. This valve is a revolutionary product that improves the safety of water relaying work and simplifies work just by installing it in an existing pump. We would like to introduce the function of the features of direct valve SRV2000 developed by Shibaura. The direct valve is an excellent device that combines the simplicity of direct relay and the safety of the indirect relay by attaching it to the pump's water supply inlet and not to the relay's medium fitting. Let's look at how water is relayed when the direct valve is installed. We will use a pump at the water surface as the first pump. It is not necessary to attach the direct valve to the pump that is currently pumping water at 7 kilos. At the water supply inlet of the second and the next pumps, a direct valve is installed as shown here. The pressure from the second to the third pump is able to send water at 6 to 7 kilos, but the compound meter is shown 0 valve, as you can see. This time we are relaying with 4 pumps. This is the fourth pump. The fourth pump is set as the final pump to extinguish fire in its source. The pump pressure is set at 4 kilos for safety of the water discharge operator, but the compound meter shows 0. When installing direct valve, the inlet pressure of the pump is automatically adjusted by the atmospheric pressure, so the pressure of the compound meter is always 0. For pump operation, the water pressure required for use needs to be set only once by moving the throttle lever, and there is no need to adjust it anymore. In this way, even if water discharge conditions are changed, such as by closing the nozzle at the discharge port or by changing the state of water discharge, the direct valves of each pump operate simultaneously and the pressure is automatically adjusted so it is not necessary to perform any complicated coordination work. As there is no need to apply abnormal pressure on the water discharge nozzle, firefighters can do their work safely. Next, we will explain the operational principles of the direct valve. Attach the direct valve to the pump and insert the hose. The direct valve consists of a fixed diaphragm and a pressure regulating valve. Atmospheric pressure is applied to one side of the diaphragm, and the suction port pressure is applied to the other side. It is a mechanism to open and close the valve by the pressure difference between the atmospheric and the suction port pressures. When high-pressured water is sent from a pump that is located close to the water surface, it reaches the inlet of the pump through the pressure regulating valve. This pressure is applied to one valve of the diaphragm. Since atmospheric pressure is applied to the other side of the diaphragm, when the suction port pressure is higher than the atmospheric pressure, the diaphragm is pushed, causing it to move in the direction of closing the pressure regulating valve in order to lower the pressure. When the amount of water supply increases and the pump inlet pressure decreases, the diaphragm is pushed by the atmospheric pressure and moves in a direction to open the pressure regulating valve to increase the pressure. In this way, it is always adjusted so that suction pressure automatically becomes the same as the atmospheric pressure. When the water discharge is closed, since high pressure is applied to the pressure regulating valve exceeding the control limit of the diaphragm, the valve may break open, so a balancing piston is provided to balance the pressure in direction opposite to the regulating valve, which is structured to close reliably. The main feature of Shibaura's direct valve is to increase the safety and reduce the complexity of pump operation during water supply delay. It can be installed in any existing fire pumps. Since the pressure is automatically adjusted, it is less likely that the fire pump operator will be swayed around, and the damage to the pump and hose can also be prevented. Moreover, because it is compact and lightweight, it can be installed easily without using any tools. We are confident that the superior features and performance of the Shibaura direct valve SRV2000 will meet the expectations of those who are active day and night in order to protect the lives and properties of the people. Shibaura Fire Pump Corporation.